And I've pinged everyone, so now we may even have viewers.
I mean, we're probably gonna like wait at least 30 seconds until people join and all.
Yep. And this is a good song to have as an intro. It's not part of the Mappool, but it's Vila.
How could you spoil that as not part of the Mappool, dude?
Well, it has been. I think it was round of 64 or 32 or something.
Alright.
Alright. So, welcome to the Grand Finals Mappool Showcase. It's the final Mappool, and we are so excited. 3 teams remaining in the tournament. Blank, my Angel Fumu, and
Stackplinton.
Yes. And the first match will happen Saturday between Stackplinton and Fumu. We will go into the Winners Bracket Grand Finals on Sunday against Blank, where they have to win twice or lose. We'll see what happens. Anyway,
this is unfortunately the last time we're gonna talk to you as poolers. We'll see if we commentate, but
yeah,
we wanted to make it a bit special. So the remaining teams, they're quite skilled, and we saw he did pretty well on Nomad 1 last time. They're 5.7, almost 5.8. We pulled this pool around 6.0 Nomad 1, but we decided in the end to still bump up Nomad 1 because you guys did well. So here you go, 6.2.
6.2
and a quite long Nomad 1.
Yeah.
10 minutes. It's not like qualifiers, okay? It's not a bad map. It is 5 minutes, but it's not bad.
We also got Walfurus to play it for us. It's jumps and jumps and jumps, and I am super skill issued on jumps, so I definitely can't do this.
Yep, it was pulled in a 25k plus tourney as a tiebreaker, but we thought it's way too aim heavy and not much else happening in it for a tiebreaker unless we were still going by the free tiebreaker system. But since we abolished that and we're trying to go with like more balanced tiebreakers. So here you go, this is your Nomad 1. Very long, but very Nomad 1.
Yeah, the rest of the Nomad pool isn't that long, so, you know, the pool lengthwise isn't too long. But Nomad 1 does tend to be slightly longer than, well, like, this one is slightly longer than what you usually find. Hey Zen, Dakais and Valfurus. Remember that if you have any complaints about the map pool, please voice them to Dakais, because he is our scapegoat. Hey
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a 5k tournament, but that was round of 16 and this is grand final, so you're not gonna see anything harder from us.
This pool is extremely hard, but I don't even know if it's hard enough because players left, they're cracked.
I don't think we went too hard, but we went pretty hard.
Hey Devin, it has jumps and more jumps. Nomad 1, not for you. I know this because Deborah and I, we are fellow stream enjoyers. Nomad 2 is more for you, wait for it.
Everyone's a stream and a tech enjoyer because that's what you're proud of until you actually pick Nomad 1 in the match.
Yeah. Well,
this is actually the longest map, even longer than the tiebreaker slightly, like just a bit, but it's the longest map in the pool, really. Though of course not as intense as a tiebreaker or discussing diverse skill sets, but it's just a long consistent map.
Yeah, tiebreaker is definitely harder, but this one just has jumps and jumps and jumps. It never ends. When I played it, I got 17 misses, and Valfurus somehow got a 0 miss run.
It's only a very impressive act for sure, but we all know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
We saw the score, unfortunately. Certainly not the hardest map to act in the world because it's just straightforward, like 100 BPM jumps. Very little other things happening in the map. But I mean, if you miss, you miss, like...
Oh! No!
Oh.
That's not even a place to miss! Such a silly miss.
Oh my god, a stream in my no mod one stream. Oh, Jesus.
Jump enjoyers are gonna complain. We had a shorter no mod 1 lined up, but then, well, there are no mod 1 players in the tournament and we don't want them to FC it. So we had to, so Sky found something that was slightly harder, and this map is amazingly fun to play.
Yeah, initially, if you guys are curious, the actual 6-star no mod one we had before we decided on something harder was Sound in Motion by Nero vs. Dr. Cool. Some of you might know it, it's a bit of a classic map, I think it's loved.
Yeah, it's loved.
But instead, this is what we have.
And actually, we have 0 replays from Checha this time. Surprising. But then again, we do not have many FCs. Because pool is hard. But we didn't utilize the Checha method for getting replays this time. We are proud of ourselves.
It's heading towards the end of the map, but it's still like going. It's not like it's a slow outro or anything. We're just approaching the end. Slowly but surely on this 5-minute map. Unfortunately, he couldn't hold his act above 99%, so sad.
What is that key count?
If you're good at jumps, you might genuinely be able to farm this.
Yeah. But what is that key count? It's like Wolf single tapped for a little bit and then decided, nah, I'm gonna alt instead. Or maybe they are like a hybrid alter. So there's only some patterns they single tap or something. I don't know. Very mediocre spin speed.
Right. Sorry, I was gone for a second. Had to move the door.
Yeah, you just missed the spinner. No mod 2 time, mapped by Rumia. And yes.
One of you in particular might be familiar with this. Don't mind that.
Yeah, so apparently Dyson has played this map before. But it's only been used once before, and it's an amazing no mod 2. And what are its stats? It's 198 BPM, so just short of 200.
Yep.
6.11 stars. OD9, so you can be somewhat tricky to hack. And a replay by me, who failed to FC it.
This was almost 900k though. I think that's a pretty respectable hack drop.
Whoops. So this is kind of similar to No Mod 1 in Quals, except of course it has much longer streams.
No mod 2 you mean?
Yeah, No Mod 2. Because it's the same BPM almost.
No, it's 3 BPM higher, I get it right.
Okay.
But yeah, this will definitely test whether you can stream this BPM for a while.
We'll test stamina for some people. Wait, Mel, you've played this before too?
Well, then maybe you can look at their past performances and see what to expect from them and judge whether it's a good pick or not.
Yeah. Streams. Test flowing, tapping stability, everything good about this as a No Mod 2. Mapped by Rumia again, who is our stream mapper, apparently. Very good stream mapper.
Where is your brain?
Well, you'll see. Oh, there, yeah.
Oh.
You have to remember to stop. Instructive miss.
Unfortunate.
Don't double tap it or something. Alright. Farm map, basically. No Mod 3, not so much farm map. This has been used in some tournaments before. Some of you might know it, but It's an incredibly fun map. And replay by 120 Cell. Again, our 4K player, because you can see on their keycams. Are they cursor dancing? No, I guess they have high sensitivity or something. It looks like they were cursor dancing those tiny jumps.
So yeah, this is the more lenient nomad. We have the 2 main suggestions remaining, because in finals and semis, none of the remaining 3 teams ever played nomad free. One of them even banned it, so we figured like you guys are kind of skill issued on nomad free. So my harder pick, day by Lapis, was not good, and instead you're gonna have overtime by nowhere.
Yeah, this map is so easy, oh my goodness, I can FC it in my sleep. Nope, no I can't, this is incredibly hard. It's also extremely fun.
No, I have no doubt it's fun. I have a feeling one of the teams, the one that's been banning Nomad Free a couple of times, might also ban it again. Just a hunch.
Quite possibly.
Who could that be?
It'll be sad though, because I want to see players play this. I hope we have any alt enjoyers left. I don't even know. Do we have any alt players left in the tournament?
I mean, judging by the fact that Fumo banned alt last round and none of the remaining 3 teams played Nomad Free last round or in semis, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure.
Yeah. So, sad news, 120 SL will miss, oh well, slider break at some point in this map. I don't know where that is, probably towards the end. Some sliders too, which is just a good amount of spice for a Nomad 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine Nomad 3.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you might know it, of course, we got its news a couple of times. Yeah.
.138 BPM, which is perfectly standard for a Nomad 3. And 5.4 star rating wise, but then again, it's a Nomad 3, so star rating almost tells you nothing. Oh!
There's the break.
I couldn't even see where that was on. Did it fail to follow a slider or something?
I think it was a circle.
Huh. Alright. On to Nomad 4.
I want to know more for this. Is another map you might know, but maybe not for this difficulty because it's hasn't been pooled that much, but it's been pooled as a DT sometimes or such.
Yeah.
But here it is, self-destruct, as you know, Nomad 4 for Grand Final.
According to a spreadsheet, this difficulty has been used twice in tournaments ever. It's the highest difficulty. And it's a very good and fun Nomad 4. And played by Walfurus again. Walfurus has carried a bit of the replays this time. Because they are not skill issued on these maps apparently.
He says he hit nothing on display. But he's FCing now. Even these slower sections don't sleep on them too much. You wouldn't want to miss on the so-called free combo. It's not completely free, but...
Yeah, it's not completely free because the actual patterns here and the I don't know. There's a risk of missing here if you sleep and just assume you can read the rhythms here on sleep mode. It's actually something you have to read and pay attention to. At least I had to, because I'm skill issued.
Build up here, get ready for a stream. 160 BPM, you get a bit space.
Oh, no!
Good.
That almost looked on purpose,
And now
missing
we
the
go to
very
the
last
meat of the
note.
map.
I don't even think
Wrestling check.
Walfurus misact any of that stream, except for the very last note. That's interesting. Cursor control, sliders, reading, kind of
Like, if someone from team manages to combo through all this at the beginning, that might give them quite the score advantage. Because going into this part, there's gonna be a couple hundred of free combo, like genuine free stuff.
Yeah. If we still have someone FCing so far into the map, I will be very impressed. You know, I wouldn't put it past some of these players, but that would be the ticket to winning the map. So make sure you read and maybe make a practice diff of the first diff spike.
Right, this part. Well, it's the same kind of patterns, like a double shadow slider, but it can mess you up playing between the same or something.
And
It can
that
also make
is
you
a
drop
triple.
act if you're concentrating.
There was a triple there that, you know, if you're sleeping, you may fail to read it. Alright, stream number 2.
Right back.
Bit of cut stream. And that boom 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 clap is very cute.
And we're going to the second breakdown. The second part we're expecting a lot of misses on.
No.
Like that one. Like, if you're practicing and you don't get an FC on the map, don't worry, we're mostly not exactly expecting to FC in the match. It's the grand finals.
Yep.
So, even if you get, like, off of a perfect score like 500k, that might be pretty good, I'd say.
400k, 500k, good scores on this map, honestly. Right, number 4, number 5, speed. And for speed and DnB, we have gore shit, which is like breakcore, more like. 120 cell again. 222 BPM, non-stop bursts and streams, or more like stacks. This is a CS 3.1, so it's very not aim heavy. Like, almost all of the difficulty comes from the speed and the finger control and the stamina, because this map doesn't let up and it's 4 minutes long.
It is certified speaker.
Yep.
Not really testing aim much. Mostly stream speed, a bit of finger control. It is for breakcore. Stops and goes at times.
Yes, what you would expect from a breakcore map. And also with AR 9.3, at this BPM, even AR 9.3 can be somewhat dense. So these patterns require a bit of ability to read dense patterns. And 120 cell is an easy player, our best easy player, so they certainly have that ability.
One last time we can shout out his interesting play style of using 4 buttons.
Yep.
For something.
I mean, the finger control you have to have for 222 BPM finger control stuff on breakcore with 4 fingers. It's just, it boggles the mind.
I mean, but imagine how fast you can actually stream. You might be able to do it using 4 fingers, not 2 like the first human.
And that's why we have 120 cell doing our speed replays for us. Because they have mastered the playstyle.
not the most stellar act, but I think we can forgive him nerf for this one.
Yeah, it's a hard map.
This is what I call a skill issue map. Like, you can either do this pretty well, or you feel like you're really struggling.
Yeah, it's like it
I don't think
divides
there's
the
gonna be
players.
too much of an in-between.
Yeah, exactly. I've
So
always
I
wanted a term
actually
for
think-
that. Skill issue map.
Yeah, skill issue. I actually think this might be something that gets banned because of this. If
Yeah,
team thinks the enemy has better speed players.
I am expecting especially one team to ban this, but I won't call them out on it to give tips to the other teams.
I mean, they can look at match results and stuff like that and figure it out themselves.
Yep.
What their best strategy is. Like, they can do whatever.
I believe 127 only dropped one fairy throughout this whole map. Let's check if
That'd be
that's
quite
true.
impressive, it's true.
Number 5, 96% AC is very respectable on this map.
Alright, well. Nomad 6, huh?
No,
You'll
yeah,
definitely know this. You'll absolutely know this map coming up. But you cannot say it was overused.
Yeah,
You
it's very
literally
new.
cannot, because it came out like good rank less than a month ago. Here you go. Play a Koro.
And of course for gimmick, we have Oxenfree, who is just a master at gimmick. SS player. Oxenfree doing Oxen things.
Yeah, good luck.
Ack on this is very, very hard. Combo is also hard because...
This came out about 3 weeks ago and it's already been in 730s.
What? No, it hasn't. What
It's probably gonna
spreadsheet are you
continue
using?
being in more. Yeah, ribbon complexity and such. Ooh, I mean, you all know it. Like, you don't need to introduce this.
Have you pooled it in 4 different pools, Walfurus? Have you been a pooler in 4 different pools? Sputnik vibes.
It is the div that was used in S180, yes. For the one who just asked, I checked.
Okay, Nomad 6. After that comes Hidden 1. Again, Walfurus. Not skill issued on the jumps. And of course we have one Amelia in the tournament. So this is like a map that I hope they'll play, but I think they aren't a hidden player. So it's kind of cruel that we pulled an Amelia map as hidden.
So sad. By the way, this map, if you go to where you would normally download it from, Yosu's page, you might notice it's a little something there. And if you try to download it, you'll get no sound. So we'll probably provide you with a different way of getting it with sound.
Yeah.
Because the artist has asked Oxen to like, mute all their sound.
Which is very sad because this is a good song. But I'll post it in the announcement, the map. And also provide a, what do you call it, a zip file of all the maps on the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be available soon enough.
Dyson, this is Hidden 1, not Hidden 3. It's standard bursts and jumps.
Yeah. It is a certified hidden one.
Imagine pulling this as hidden tree. That would be a catastrophe. It's not techie.
It could also be streamy, but it isn't.
Emilia, you can't ban the Emilia, man. That would be like a crime against Cosmos or something.
I'm kidding actually that we ended up with someone named ReZero Emilia. We made it to the grand final. No, they might actually try hidden one despite not liking it and like,
Yep.
I want to get a score and just want to play it or something like that. It's like when there's a suicide map in the pool and I tried Brexit, even if it's not my skill set.
Yeah. I guess if I were a pooler and I wanted to taunt you, I would pull a suicide map as Hard Rock. No! Miss!
RIP. Almost 727, but 772,
Honestly, this map, to me, felt harder than it looked.
Pretty standard, like, one for this star range.
Yes! And, like, the start... I just find it more difficult than what I would expect from how standard it seems.
Well,
maybe I'm just...
standard doesn't mean it's easy. It is almost 6 stars still.
Maybe I just got mind blocked, or I'm just very bad at these kinds of jumps. If you are struggling with turning nerves, pick this and calm down a little bit.
Don't forget to stay alive.
Yeah, stay alive. Alright, hidden 2. Played by our easy player, 127.
The longest hidden, actually.
Yes, this is... what is it? It's 4 minutes and 28 seconds. AR8, OD8, CS4. We had a CS5 map that we considered using, but this is pretty good DnB and it's a very good hidden 2. And the rest of the pool isn't that long that it's a problem pooling 4 minutes hidden 2.
Someone's saying they love this song, and someone's saying bad slash best and that emoji. Two kinds of people. Definitely a bit on the stream side, you might obviously notice. Sure, it has some jumping, but definitely more some streams on Eric this time. A bit of reading there, and some back and forth though.
Doubles.
But don't miss a move.
On hidden, the jumps that are kind of linear, they're, what do you call it, 180 degree jumps, you know, jumps that go in a line instead of back and forth. They're challenging on hidden.
Yep. there.
That guys, aren't you a hidden player?
Yeah, but how can you get a 50? Or even a real hidden player?
Long streams, I'm expecting someone to break there. And the streams go...
Yeah, I mean, even if you're good at ARA generally, like, one of these streams could catch you off, like you slightly missing it or mistime it or something, and they might lead to chain misses, like the whole stream or the start of it at least. Could be quite devastating as well.
This isn't the spiciest hidden 2, but it's long, and it's 5.32 stars. So I am not expecting to see FCs. And that jump section is hard.
Super banger and all, but I got like 18k in match in the chat. Nice. Hopefully you can add a 0 at the end this time. No, I don't know if that would be enough.
What's the max combo on this? I have to check. I didn't FC yet, so I don't know. Okay, max combo is just above 2000. 2011. And yes, it's ranked. And MG Hatsune Miku is the only one with a double time FC on it. Interestingly, they just changed their name from Arnold 24x24.
We all know Arnold.
Yeah. Apparently they are Hatsune Miku now. Dyson, be happy. Hidden 2 is always the best map to play. And you get 4 minutes of it. No.
The second time you broke actually.
Forgive me, it's hard. And he had FC'd everything so far. Which is beyond what we could have done.
Definitely.
At this point, I will have issues holding my pen correctly. Because the map is long.
Spin to win. Don't forget it's like last round, someone won a point by spinning.
Definitely. Again, Oxen free on Hidden Tree. Unstoppable. Literally 100 on Hidden Tree. They are a Hidden Tree specialist.
Certified, yes. So being Hidden Tree, this is the techie slash streaming map. Leaning definitely, I'd say, more towards the stream part. You'll see in a bit. They're gonna really start off. The guy in zero starting. Certainly a bit sexy with the sliders, and there's gonna be a bit more tech later on too. You can see these, but they're quite a bit slowing too.
And it's the shapes of the streams that make it a true Hidden Tree. Slightly cut, slightly going in wild shapes. That's what you'd expect from Hidden Tree.
Yep, initially we also considered higher depth of this, but we ended up settling on this one. Slider stream, don't listen those.
No one FC'd the last Hidden Tree either. So I don't expect any FCs on this.
Yeah, I was just worried that when you tried it like yesterday, you can FC on it.
It wasn't an FC, I slightly broke. I think twice.
Sorry, slider range.
And that was a freak of nature. It's never gonna happen again.
Touch streams there, leading into these sliders. We come sometimes some doubles, sort of.
It's Oxenfree. Oxenfree doing Oxenfree things. I'm not even expecting anything other than an SS from him so far. But apparently they dropped a 100 somewhere.
Oh no, oh no.
At the very, very end. Where? No!
Right there. The slider stream.
That was actually a lost fairy. Not even a 100. A lost fairy. Very sad. Alright, Hidden Tree.
Understandable though.
After Hidden Tree comes Hard Rock 1, right? Yes.
Yes.
This is a banger. Certified banger. Super banger. Super duper banger. And yes, if you notice the sliders in the Hard Rock 1, you can know that, yes, I pulled this. This was my suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, on my end, I didn't really have much of a role in the hard rock or the DP department this time around. Focus on the other map, so
Avocado.
for a while you're gonna be stuck with Emric commentating and explaining what the maps are like.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind this one.
I think Avocado and who was it? Luis? I can't remember who I played this with, but enthusiastic support for this one. This is a banger in every way. Song, sliders, aim. Like, this isn't techy, but it has sliders that you have to follow, which aren't necessarily challenging because they go in the directions where you would go anyway. But just remember to hold them.
Almost there. Oh, some back end.
Yai.
Okay. What was that about it not being?
No, it's not a tech map. Look, they go in friendly directions. And it's mostly about the aim and your ability
At
to
light
jump.
speed, yes.
And that is so fun to play.
Interesting, for sure.
I mean, we couldn't pool such a bland Hard Rock 1 as we pooled last round, because that didn't have any spice in it at all. That's just not our way, I think. So this is actually around 5.7 stars. So it's somewhat lower than what you'd expect for a star rating 6 Nomad 1 pool. But it has that spice.
Not that much lower.
And it's very hard to FC. The guys, it is aim heavy. This is an aim map. The guys, you are the scapegoat. You literally have to blame yourself for pulling the sliders. Last key, I
take no responsibility for these next 7 picks. I'm pretty much seeing them for the first time, just like you guys.
No! It was on the jump. My worst area of the screen is bottom right, and that's where I broke. And I broke there too, apparently. I would be very impressed if someone FCs this in the match, but I wouldn't put it past them. Hard Rock 2! CS 6.5! Oh joy!
Chinese Eggman.
Chinese DnB!
You have Japanese DnB and he's in a Chinese DnB now,
Yeah, gotta have some variety in the DnB genre. And this is
quite
so
funny
pretty.
that quite funny that the two mods can be used together.
Yeah.
Japanese. Okay, so.
And again, I played this with Avocado and a person I forgot. Enthusiastic support. 4 minutes of CS 6.5 consistency, jump sliders, aim, some bursts here and there. This is by far the hardest Hard Rock 2 we've had so far, and this is appropriate because it's Grand Finals. I don't expect anyone to FC it, and it may be one of the hardest pools in the Grand Finals pool. Unless we have a hidden CS 6.5 specialist. I don't actually know if anyone are specialists at 6.5.
I mean, you can check their performances if you want. Many of them played some CS 6.5 recently. In the teams though, Beth. I mean, how comfortable they are. stuff like this.
I hope someone picks it though, because it is a banger map and a banger song. Roebuck can CS 6.5? Okay, you have to pick it.
Yeah, I just noticed the Hidden 2 and the Hard Rock 2 with the AR and the CS5 ones ended up being, I think, the longest maps in each of the mud pools.
Yeah. Which is good news for me, because I love the 2s. The Hard Rock 2 and the Hidden 2.
So generally they tend to be the shorter ones, but I'm sure they can be the long ones too.
They're the best maps, they should be the longest. Okay, this is a joke. They just happen to be long this time. Okay, here I lose grip of my pen. And had to readjust.
So yeah, if you get a better score than Emmerich, then you're certified better than him and like maybe 2 other playtesters who try to get replay for it.
No one else submitted a replay for this, I believe.
No, but I think someone told you cracked.
Oh. Yeah, Walfurus couldn't beat my score. True. But they can definitely beat my performance on the second half.
Say the 2 words, Emmerich. Say the words.
2 words? What?
Starts
Skill
with
issue!
F. Yeah.
I mean, this is so fun to play. But on CS 6.5, you have to make sure that you hold your pen or your mouse correctly before you start playing it. Because it's very sensitive, at least for me, to how you grip your pen and whether you are having an optimal grip. So before Hard Rock 2, I often wash my hands to make sure that I can grip my pen with greater friction.
Shower buff is also a technique I like to apply sometimes.
Yeah, shower buff.
Wonders.
It's real. Spin to win. All the best maps have spinners at the end. And this is a long spinner too. It might determine the outcome of some match.
Surely it can't happen again.
Alright, for Hard Rock 3, what is it? We have Duck Eyes! Able to FC it because we don't have any sliders in it. I mean, some sliders, but they don't go cool like the other ones. Streams. 200 BPM. No, 194 BPM. Streams in funny shapes. This will be very hard to hack.
Yep, those are indeed streams.
But this is a combo game after all, so if you combo it, you can win. What are you complaining about, Duck Eyes? There are sliders here. You are a slider player.
Exactly 95.
Since Hidden Tree was a stream-focused tech map, this isn't very techy, so it's not aimed at testing your ability to read sliders or funny rhythmic patterns.
Yeah, got moved a bit to Hard Rock 1 somehow with those sliders that I just saw.
I mean, it was light tech. Hard Rock can be light tech.
Sure.
And here it speeds up a little bit, and there will be some tiny jumps that are slightly diff spiked if you expect there to be just streams in this map.
Is there a speed up right here? Or
Yes.
just like fake speed up?
Well, I actually don't know. I think it's speed up. It's definitely a speed up.
It could also have been just like we went from a slow section back to normal, like
Yeah.
this does seem faster. Okay, no mod 5-2 at the end there.
Almost every map ends with a spinner. This is good. It's not intentional, but it's
Well,
good.
it wasn't a long spare, but yes.
So after Hard Rock, it's
DT.
DT. That's the mistake I always make. Walfurus again. A banger. DT1. Walfurus got one miss on it. It's what BPM is it? It's 252 BPM. And it's not alt because you can tell that the jumps are jumps. They're actually jumps. They're just very fast jumps.
And for all player, everything is low.
And yes, CS4, AR10, OD8 before DT. Banger song.
Yeah.
Walfurus, there may be, well, you know, there is 10.3 in other places in the DT pool. Duck Eyes! That's spoiler!
So we just decided to change the pool last minute because it got spoiled and we don't want to,
Yep,
it gives an unfair advantage to players knowing 5 minutes ahead of review.
DT2 is now AR5. Good game, Duck Eyes.
Yeah, so DT2 was colorful. Yeah.
Now let's pull Harumachi. Harumachi DnB remix. AR5 version. Alright, nice replay. It's very jumpy. Okay, DT2 time. 120 cell time again.
He was lying. It is 10.3, I believe.
Yes. AR 10.3, fairly standard consistency and bursts at 219 BPM.
I am still issued on stuff. I guess I cannot read AR 10.3, so for me this would be an instant ban regardless of what type of map it is. Whether it's speed, slot, aim, slot, alt, slot, whatever.
Personally, I would be sad if DT2 was AR 10.3 because I can't read 10.3 at all. And I like my fast bursts. But I'm not the player we are pulling for. And we have players in the tournament who can read AR 10.3. Some flowing there.
Fogging out of her mind right now.
Pog, pog, pog.
I swear, if you practice this more than the actual Emilia map,
Honestly, I prefer that DT2 is 10.3 rather than DT1, because DT1 jumps are the easiest things to read on AR 10.3, so they don't adequately test your ability to actually read anything.
nah, I think they tested plain, like you need to read where to jump.
Yeah, true, but they tested more on a stream map, or burst. DT3.
Sure.
So we have two replays of this. So one is Digital Fair, one miss, 93, and the other is one slider break, larger combo, slightly lower rack. So we're going with Duck Eyes' replay. This is finger control. Finger control, finger control, finger control at 198 BPM. I am skill issued on it, so I cannot fathom how anyone can
Guys,
hold
why
any
is
combo.
gore shit not on the nomad fight slot? And such.
This is another skill issue map. I expect players to be quite divided on it, like either you can play it or you can't play it, with not much in between. Some players might actually be able to FC it, where other people will struggle to get above 100k on it.
Actually, with finger control, I feel like it's not that hard to FC, but you can get bad at.
True.
Generally, how my experience is at least.
Yeah, this is definitely easier to combo than it is to hack. Hey, Levin Tess. Who is Levin Tess? I don't know. Oh, welcome.
You see someone say British accent, but neither of us is from Britain. So, I don't know. Emmerich is from Norway and I'm from Romania, so...
I guess maybe people think I have a British accent. Maybe Levantes isn't from Britain, and that's why they thought I had a British accent.
You're an honorary Brazilian, like in Chile or something. Wait, there it's America, actually.
In my writing, I do try to emulate the British way of writing.
Shut up.
Okay, but pay attention to the map for a moment. You can see it's finger control. It's DT3 is supposed to be finger control, and this map delivers in bucket loads, in truckloads. I have no hope doing this. And if the finger control is way too hard for me, then perhaps it's adequately hard for the players remaining. Oh no!
Where's that thing?
He got buzzed. Nice replay, Duck Eyes. A DT4. DT4, DT4.
92 at mirrored. Quite nice.
On purpose, probably. DT4! Walfurus carrying the replays again. This is somewhat... wouldn't necessarily call it tech, but it definitely has reading and patterns that you gotta be able to read correctly. And it's quite unusual for a DT map.
2.0 to me so far, but okay. What was that?
It's patterns. No! Miss there! You shouldn't miss there, Walfurus! That's not even the hard part. Typical Walfurus hitting the hard parts and missing on nothing. People are probably familiar with this map, but not on DT.
I mean, maybe. I didn't know it. Though the maps I do know are generally from like past years, because I'm a 2014 player and I haven't actually been playing the game much. I've just been keeping up with the community and stuff.
Yeah. This part I find really tricky because there are some circles under the sliders. There, for example. That I find really hard to
pattern.
This is 5.64 star, 360 BPM, but not necessarily to be read as actually 360 BPM. Quite a short map of 1 minute and 23 seconds. AR 9.9. And let's move on to free mode 1. Because that comes after DT, right? Yes.
Yes.
Fairly quietus. Replay by me. but I'm skill issued. So, this is a hidden favorite map. Very hard on hard rock, which is why you see me get sub 400k. Probably this on hard rock is one of the hardest maps in the pool.
Also a Trenstar Sodark's map background. Very cool.
Well, this one was before the other one. What am I doing breaking here? It has bursts, techie patterns, finger control. You should not sight read this. You should play it a few times to get the rhythm into your actual bones.
Yeah, sort of doesn't seem too easy on hard rock.
It doesn't seem too easy, definitely.
No.
But it's very doable and hidden. Well, doable.
There's some interesting sliders there, and bit space, like 4 note streams, if you can call those streams.
Yeah.
Like burst, bit space.
Most of the difficulty of this map, I think, comes from the shapes of the bursts and how they're, kind of finger control. I'm not like the sliders aren't the main point of difficulty for this map.
Yep.
Wiggles that you shouldn't wiggle. That would be suicide.
Yeah, the usual 2/3 into the map breaker. You see how behind you are or how ahead you are. You'll be only on a holding combo when you get some nerve or something.
Yeah. I'm really hoping someone will pick this and show me how it's actually played. Because I couldn't get a proper 500k replay on it. But I'm a big fan of very quietest maps and these kinds of tech maps at 180 BPM approximately.
I like some circuitous maps, but I also dislike some, like something like Central Nucleus I quite like, but something like Koei I quite dislike.
I've played them all. Right!
Okay. Alright, so we were denied Lapix No Mod 3 because it was too hard. But I still managed to sneak in Lapix somewhere in the pool. Initially it was a Streamy Hidden 2 suggestion, but it ended up as a free Mod 2, so someone will also have to play with hard rock. This is gonna be fun.
Yes, so me and Duck Eyes, we each have a replay on this. Duck Eyes has hard rock and I have hidden. This is a hidden a hard rock favored map. So we played duck paper shotgun to decide who actually gets to show the replay. And I won the duck paper shotgun, but I am merciful, so I will let the audience decide whether we should show the hidden replay or the hard rock replay.
Right, vote in the chat right now. What do you want to see?
Hidden or hard rock. So keep in mind, the hidden is not an FC. It's 2 miss towards the end. Whereas the other one is a fairy liberation. Walfurus said hidden, and Duck Eyes said hard rock. Duck Eyes doesn't count, so we're doing hidden.
Everyone's saying hidden except except Duck Eyes, so
good game.
So I think hidden it is.
I did FC this in multi, except for the fact that I started late, so I died within the first 10 notes and FC the rest of it, which means that the replay didn't get saved. Oh, who was in that multi with me? Was it Luis and you, Sky? No.
I don't know. And you can see these streams are not very spaced, so it's certainly hard to favorite. Like the social size is 4.2, which isn't 4, so like in general indicates that maybe it's hidden favor, but these streams shouldn't be too mean on drop. I think it's more difficult for him.
Yeah, and on hidden, it's a really hard reading challenge.
Some like back 4 front teams here, not like cross screen teams.
This is like relative to the hard parts, this is free combo time. But still, this is not time to sleep.
Yeah. I'd say it's one of the more calm maps in the duel, but still nothing to stop at exactly.
Yeah, not the hardest map, but definitely not easy. Time to rest and adjust your pen grip. 316, 316. I'm a full alter, as you can see. And I know we do have Hidden 2 enjoyers, like AR8 Hidden enjoyers left in the tournament, so this would probably be a treat for them. This is very fun to play.
Yep. Things starting up again, but they end in not very space sections, so yeah, so not like you need too much flame requirement.
And there I broke.
Just read it correctly.
Yeah, it's the density of these, you know, bursts that start and stop with their triples and the doubles.
Yeah, certainly.
It's hard to read.
A bit hard on hidden.
No!
There goes the combo again.
I would be very impressed if someone FCs this during match. Oh hey, you enable.
I would say Letfix is my favorite rhythm game artist, but Suicide songs are also in front of them, so I cannot say that.
I'm a big fan of Very Quietus, because I'm that kind of person.
Very Quietus, that's why probably.
Very Quietus, yep. I actually don't know how it's pronounced, so Very Quietus.
I think it's like Periquitous, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost the funny number act.
Should have missed more.
Yeah.
Right, Fremont 3 time. Again, me with a lower combo, 1 miss, higher AC. Walfurus, higher combo, lower AC, 1 miss.
They're both hidden replays though, aren't they?
Yes.
So you just pick one.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Walfurus, because they got the higher score. This
Surprising
is...
absolutely no one is the CS5 AR8 from Fremont 3.
Yeah. This is, I'd say, a very different map from Fremont 2, because it mainly centers around the awkward aim sections, awkward jumps, kinda. And they're about as hard on Hard Rock as they are on Hidden, so I feel like this is a quite balanced Fremont 3. Very challenging though. You think so, Wolfurus? I am not sure, because, okay, the circles are smaller, but you also have so much more comfort with AR-10 on these jumps. And on Hard Rock, this is 5.62 star, and on Hidden it's 4.97 star. But then again, Hard Rock, the star ratings don't tell you much about the difficulty of the map, because the patterns of these jumps, they very easily fool you into believing the circle is somewhere else. Slider break before the jumps. Some squares. And these kind of jumps with inconsistent spacing and wide angles, they are notorious for being very hard on him. And significantly easier on Hard Rock. Except for the fact that the circles are somewhat smaller. So I don't know which mod would actually be hard.
For probably the 100% ban rate map, because
right,
everyone seems to love to ban easy.
It's easy.
Ghost Assassin. Well, of course, we needed a Vila song in the pool. Of course, we couldn't have it any other way.
Yes, because
We actually considered 2 Ghost Assassin maps that are within 0.01 star rating of each other.
Yeah.
We thought this is more suited for it. That one is in the Lumia remake, the other one, because it tests more reading with some overlaps. Like,
yeah. So
it is slightly over 5 stars. So it's difficult. Mostly an aim map. Certainly an aim map and a reading map. Very little like streaming or text requirement, just read forehead.
you have to figure out the order of these circles.
It's pretty mean. Like, if you're an easy player, it might be okay, but it looks a bit daunting.
Yeah, we had... I suggested one Ghost Assassin map, and Sky suggested another Ghost Assassin map. They were 0.01 star rating of each other. Both of them worked, so we just asked our easy player 120 which one they preferred.
And they said they liked this one more, but also that it was harder.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
I don't expect anyone to FC it, and even with practice this is going to be very hard to FC.
I don't know, last round we had someone, well, they're not in 30 anymore, I don't believe, but someone did SS easy. They posted a replay of it afterwards.
Who was it? Let's check.
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think it was from Google Kolibati, but I'm not sure. Yeah, be sure to read those jumps right. Otherwise, if you lose the ruin here, you could just chain the forward because you misread it.
Banger map. Pretty song.
Well, honestly, I don't know how good practicing this would be because it's probably gonna get banned, but go ahead.
True, it's very sad. Okay, so
All right,
last
then,
round, Blank versus Stacked Plimpton played easy, and Dyson got the highest score with 337 remember, it's halved, so it was almost an FC.
Oh yeah, I mean, they didn't play the easy and match DSS one. They just posted it after their match, like in the chat.
I see. It
All
was
right,
actually
then
enabling
that
getting the
was
highest combo.
the SSE zero play. We got that out of the way. Now there's only one map in the pool. You guys know.
Tiebreaker!
Tiebreaker. Oh my god.
I didn't download it. Hang on, hang on.
Yeah, guys. It's a DnB tourney, so of course we're gonna have to end with a map everyone knows. Everyone probably loves.
So this is actually a joke. We're not pooling World's End Girls Rondo, but it is so crazy that we haven't pooled any version of World's End Girls Rondo so far, because when you search for DnB in the OSU search, function, almost everything is World's End Girls Rondo.
Yeah. Pretty much everything that pops up first is World's End Girls Rondo, and then you get a lot of colorful as well. But we somehow managed to avoid pooling both of these maps, and we're not gonna be breaking that tradition, but it is a late April Fool's joke.
Yep.
Now we can move on to the actual tiebreaker.
And this is a banger. Another iconic song. Played by Walfurus again. Lost Emotion.
Actually, go ahead.
Yeah, Lost Emotion by Amane. A very iconic song, and I think for a tiebreaker grand finals, we should have an iconic DnB song and a banger map. And this fits both criteria, I believe. 6.15 star.
As well.
It has a mix of jumps, bursts, streams, and tech punch. So it tests you in many different ways.
Yeah, but it's also quite a lot of consistency as well, so it's plenty of everything. It is like 15 seconds or something shorter than Nomad Dog 3, guys. We have seen.
Oh, I mean, it's 5 minutes, and Nomad 1 is also 5 minutes. Who cares? They're good maps. And the pool isn't too long.
Nomad 1 is like barely higher star rating as well, but that's pretty much purely aim. This one, you're gonna see in a bit, when we get to the main bit, it's not the same.
Yeah, this one is actually harder than Nomad 1.
So far it's been pretty consistent. Like, maybe going down to the spectacle. If you just build up and scale it.
No! See, tests a bit of reading, kind of those kick sliders. You have to remember that they are in, I don't know, 1/3 or 1/6 rhythms or something like that. It's a rhythm that you're not used to from playing the consistency parts. So you might even want to wish to make a practice difficulty of the techie parts.
You might, yeah. And now we go back into the consistency part. The quote-unquote free combo, though it's still like low 5-star mapping, so don't fall asleep exactly, but it is certainly the easier part.
I think with tiebreakers, I want there to be a section at the beginning where you can actually build combos so that you have a high combo going into the hard part.
But don't worry, this slower section didn't last too long. It's 250 combo only, and now we're going back into the a bit more exciting sections. It's not like if you just combo the first bit, you're gonna get like a counter free combo or something and win it.
Yeah. We were truly considering World's End Girls Rondo Mel, but it was slightly too easy for the pool. That difficulty at least. And this one is just a better tiebreaker.
Also, like, it's World's End Girls Rondo. Like, yes, it's epic, but come on.
We was also considering the words I never said for number 2. Well, that's a lie.
Oh god,
I considered it.
Those dark times.
And everyone else shouted at me.
You were considering it, don't lump me into this.
But it's a song
Alright,
that fits
now
tiebreaker too. It's hype.
you can hear the song starting the build up again. And here we go to the third hard section. Aim bit, screen bit. And don't break now. A bit more intense aim than before. But the build up is certainly something you might miss on. Not that you can't miss on this aim as well.
This is no longer free combo unless you are Walfurus.
You stream there. That's a bit of a difference.
How do you tap Walfurus? Like, that's too many other taps to actually be a single tapper, but you're not a full alter either.
Interesting playstyle.
Yeah. He single taps sometimes with his left and sometimes with his right finger. I mean the middle and pointer.
Yeah. And that was it for our last showcase, the final one in this tourney, Grand Finals pool. It's all out there. We're gonna provide you with the link for Hidden One in a bit.
Yes. And all the announcement and all the stuff on the spreadsheet in a bit. This has been amazing. Our final pool, Sky. Time to celebrate. No. Me and Sky have been the main carriers of the pool, but it's been a teamwork every single time. And we've had a quite large team suggesting and playtesting. And
of course, but others contributed a lot too. Like, it's not as it was just us. We all did a lot. And thanks everyone for all their input. And thank you to players for joining us. And good luck to the 3 remaining teams fighting for the first place spot.
Yes, and reminder, it'll be Stacked Plimpton versus My Angel Silverfumo on Saturday. Maybe at 11 UTC, but you know, they might reschedule, so we'll see. Alright, have a good evening, good night, good morning, good everything to you guys.
Bid you all farewell.